Hi, I'm Bill Lancaster and I'll be your host for this video on turning a decorative edge bowl. You might have seen the previous video I did where it's called spiraling, and I tried to do a decorative edge and blew it, and so I just called that a spiraling video because I did the spiraling correctly. Well, this is what I ended up with on that first attempt. It's kind of I think of it as a insole of a shoe. It's pretty bad. It's about 15 inches long. It's got the nice decorative edge on it, but it's not really a bowl. So I said, okay, I've got to do this right. So I went back to the drawing board and I took the other half of this 15-inch thing that I had, and I cut it into three parts that were about equal in both width and length. And I dyed them different colors. And then I put them on the lathe like this. I put them first like this on the lathe between centers, and I cut a tenon on what's going to be the top of the bowl. Then I mounted that tenon in a chuck, and I turned the bottom and put a tenon on the bottom. And then I put the bottom tenon, after I had done all the cutting and sanding on this, in the chuck, and carved out the inside of the bowl and did all the sanding. So that's how you get it done, and these turned out pretty well. I wanted you to see how they can be done. These are different colors for Christmas, and you use a translucent dye to dye them with. This is the translucent dye. I mixed this with denatured alcohol and produced the different colors. This happens to be a Bordeaux. It's the red. I have a blue and green. So that's how you accomplish this. You put this decorative edge, it's kind of like a bark, with the Sorby spiraling tool. And you have to look at the previous video to see the Sorby spiraling tool. I'll show it to you again, but this is the Sorby spiraling tool. You'll see it's a big, heavy knocker, like that. And has this wheel on the end that spins. And you have to look at the previous video to see how you use this, but you thrust it into the wood, and then you move it along to make the spiral the length that you want it to be. So that's what you do, and I just wanted you to see that you can accomplish that if you make your starting blank about the same width as the length, and then you get this bowl shape. When you have this kind of long oval shape, it doesn't work. So the key is you're going to have to make them about as long as they are wide, and then you can turn them in like a natural edge bow. You do it just like a natural edge bow, just like you're doing a bow with bark on it, but you've put a decorative edge on it yourself, and in this case dyed them, and so I think they turned out pretty well, and they'll make good things for Christmas. I've coated them with a coat of lacquer in the end, so they have the kind of a fuzzy look to them, except for the wood. So it's kind of a nice effect, I think. Anyway, I just wanted you to see that, so maybe you want to do some of those decorative edge bowls. Short video this time. That's it. See you next time. Bye.